for me is I'm about at 7th, 8th grade, and I'm with him in the locker room after a game, and they've just won a state playoff game, and he's been there for 20 years, but he's the first one to grab the mop and start mopping the floor up when the players leave and put the jerseys in the washer and start to wash them, and he doesn't have to do that, but I know that's his way of humbling himself and realizing that this is my job, no one else should have to do it, and I'll never forget that.
Maybe after a big win, he might remind you to maybe clean up that locker room.
I do. I always make sure I grab a few towels, or I'm going to be part of picking some things up, and that's true. You know, again, that's something that I think is to be valued, to carry that humility as much as you can, and to be aware of it. Though he's not with us right here, I know somewhere he's looking down on us and smiling at just you know, the way we enjoy life, I believe, more than anything. But the winning helps a little bit too, and I'm sure he's getting a kick out of it.
You know, after spending a day with Bob Stoops, it was amazing how similar his and my life are. You know, we're both the sons of football coaches. Our brothers are all coaches. But you know what? My dad's still coaching on the sidelines at Florida State. But Bob Stoops' father passed away while coaching on the sideline in high school. And I'd have to think that every time you see Bob Stoops get another win, he looks up and smiles and says, "Dad, that one was for you."
You have something else in common as well. Neither one of you have lost a game this year.
That's right. Hopefully we're both going to the championship.
National championship. It could happen, but Oklahoma would have to win this one that's coming up, the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship, #1, facing Kansas State. Kansas State with revenge on their mind. And don't forget, also coming up, the Tostitos Bowl Championship Series selection show tomorrow at 3:30. We'll let you know who's going to the FedEx Orange Bowl for the national championship. There are a lot of people chewing their fingernails on this one, but I think we pretty much know if Oklahoma wins tonight's game in the Big 12, it'll be either Oklahoma-Florida State or Oklahoma-Miami in the FedEx Orange Bowl. But what's up for grabs? Those two at-large berths, and Oregon State is watching, and Virginia Tech is watching, and it's getting a little nerve-wracking for Notre Dame as well.
Well, that's right, 'cause that's where the real intrigue is, because you don't know what teams are going to be picked. Are they going to look at the marketability of a team like Notre Dame, the great season in the West Coast people that can travel for Oregon State, or do you sign a marquee player like Michael Vick to that bowl game?
All right, and Oklahoma, of course, if they lose, there's no question they're going to get one of those at-large berths, and Kansas State would get the automatic bid. Let's check 1AA scores now in the quarterfinals. Lehigh and Delaware. Matt Nagy, 70-yard touchdown pass to Jameen Elliott, and Delaware rolled over Lehigh. Their worst loss since '96. That was also to Delaware. In Hofstra, no match for Georgia Southern, so Georgia Southern will face Delaware next week.
I tell you, Georgia Southern, this is their 31st straight home victory. I don't know what kind of playoff game that is when you got to play Georgia Southern at home.
Appalachian State at Western Kentucky a winner. Joey Hoover, 8 carries, 64 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. They'll face Montana, who knocked off Richmond 34-20. Drew Miller, 28-41, 381 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yes, that's their 12th straight victory. Montana's on a roll.
All right, stick around. More of the MSN halftime report in just a moment. It is Championship Saturday here on ABC, and we continue with more in a bit.
With shopping on your MSN homepage, you can search, shop, and compare for televisions, cell phones, video cameras, or whatever else you need.
Ho, ho, ho!
Oh, I hope you didn't put all those on the credit card.
Yeah, why?
Do you know what those interest charges are going to do to us?
Don't worry. I used our new Capital One card. It's interest-free. To the neighbor!
If you had a new Capital One card, all your purchases would be interest-free until May 2001.
Gotta tell Steve and Laura about Capital One.
What's in your wallet?
The MSN College Football Halftime Report. MSN. Everything you need to feel at home on the web, all in one place.
season. Kansas City's Elvis had defenses singing Heartbreak Hotel. His touchdown strikes to Gonzalez and Alexander were so deadly, opponents wished he would leave the building. But the Patriot legal team aims to bring the curtain down on this game. Opening arguments begin on Monday Night Football at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on ABC.
Well, back here at the Georgia Dome, Bill Campbell, who works for Tamco Roofing Products in Grotto, Alabama, is going to attempt a field goal for up to $1 million. Dr. Pepper and the SEC are proud to present the Dr. Pepper $1 Million Pick Your Kick. Bill won a promotion sponsored by Dr. Pepper. He'll attempt a field goal from one of these distances, the 10-yard line for $50,000, the 20 for $250,000, or from the 30-yard line for $1 million. Joining Bill on the field now, Doug Tuff, the president and chief executive officer of Dr. Pepper, and our Jackaroo. Jack?
Well, Brent, let's check with Bill and find out where are you going to kick from, the 20-yard, or are you going to go for the million, or what?
Kick the 20-yard line.
Now, why'd you pick that?
I'm a lot more consistent from the 20.
All right, now I understand you're a former high school kicker, or actually a walk-on kicker, right?
Yes, I kicked a little bit in high school.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so Bill Campbell will go from the 20-yard line for $250,000. He'll kick off a tee, and yesterday he looked pretty good out there.
He's got plenty of leg, and you know, I noticed he's got the same shoes, same blue jeans, same hat. I think he's got it all worked out.
Got SEC officials underneath the goalposts ready to give us a signal for $250,000. Bill Campbell pulled it. Oh, he pulled it. No good. Wide left.
Well, he had everything the same, except I think maybe that camera right behind him kind of threw him off. He's kind of half soccer, half straight on. He comes from the left, and then he kicks it straight on, and it's wide left, and we've seen some of those by the best of the guys, haven't we, Brent?
We have. Just slipped it wide left. Oh, no, she could tell right away, and back we go to Jackaroo. Jack?
Well, Brent, you can really feel the disappointment. Bill, I don't even want to ask you what happened. It certainly went wide, but did you feel that it was not going to go in when you let it loose on your toe?
Yeah, as soon as I kicked it, I knew it was missed. I knew it.
Well, you were not going to go away, though, without a big check from Dr. Pepper.
No, sir, I ain't. No.
All right, we're going to introduce the president and CEO of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Doug Tuff, to make the presentation. Doug?
Bill, congratulations on an outstanding kick. I'm delighted you played the kick with Dr. Pepper, and congratulations from all the Dr. Pepper Company employees and all the Dr. Pepper bottlers. All the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
$10,000 is not too bad for going wide left.
No, sir, it ain't. Good.
Well, congratulations, Bill.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so Bill Campbell does not go home empty-handed, and we're going to be back at the Georgia Dome for the second half of the SEC Championship presented by Dr. Pepper after this message and a word from our ABC station.
No matter what you need, you can count on dependable, long-lasting Chevy trucks. Now, make your money count on a 2001 Chevy Silverado half-ton extended cab with as low as 1.9% APR financing, giving you $2,607 in average finance savings. That's 1.9% APR. So make your money count during the year-end event at your local Chevy dealer now.
Hey there, time for a holiday. So switch off your computers and take a national holiday with National Car Rental. Spend some time with National Heroes. Or visit a national treasure. Or join the National Football League. But wherever you go, let National Car Rental get you there fast. With special low rates on compacts for only $149 per week in Florida and $159 per week nationwide. National Car Rental, what are you waiting for? Let's go!
One stage, one night, one voice. Christina Aguilera's first network television special.
This is all new to me.
From small town girl to pop sensation, go behind the scenes and hear her story. Christina Aguilera, My Reflection, Sunday on ABC.
It's Ford truck season at your Ford dealer.
It's truck season. You need to be in a Ford.
Ford trucks are the toughest trucks built.
Right now, lease the 2001 F-150 for just $299 a month. America's best-selling truck. That's $299 a month. Even get $1,500 cash back on all 2000 F-150s during truck season.
I'd rather buy a Ford than have another truck given to me. I get what I paid for.
The best trucks are built Ford tough. It's truck season. See your Carolina Ford dealer.
Whether you're a .com, a non-com, a hot mom, whether you got a stockpile or a rock pile, your wild southern soul is about to feel different. Every minute in your Dodge is a minute worth living.
In just 4 years, more than 1 million households have switched to Dodge trucks. And with Dodge Ram offering big cash allowances or low financing, is it any wonder?
News 13, proud to call Western North Carolina home.
You're watching the SEC Championship presented by Dr. Pepper on ABC Sports.
Florida leads it. Coach Tuberville standing by with Jack Arute, so let's go to Jack.
All right, Coach, so how do you turn this around for the Auburn Tigers?
Well, hadn't much going our way, Jack. We played hard. Defensively, we made a couple mistakes. We didn't tackle very well. We knew that was going to happen, but we're going to have to tackle better this half. We're going to have to probably three-man rush a little bit more, drop back. Hopefully Steve gets a little impatient and throws the ball.
Now, how about offensively? Because you've been fits and starts there.
Well, you know, it's been hit and miss. We've been making plays. They're not giving us the big play. They're going to make us earn it and make us drive the ball down the length of the field, and we're just making too many mistakes. I guess that's from having the week off. But if we'll hold on to the football and get a couple of turnovers, we'll get back in the game.
Brent?
You know, it's interesting, Jack and Gary, as we take a look at the first half stats here presented by Dr. Pepper as part of our SEC Championship coverage. The points off turnovers have been killing Auburn in this game as the Gators have scored 3 touchdowns. But you know, Gary, the point that Tuberville makes, I hope Steve gets impatient. No, wait a minute. That's how Steve plays again. He's going to throw the ball in the second half.
He is, but I can see the strategy. Drop 3 guys, rush 3 guys, drop 8-pack. But I think Tommy hit it right on the head. You have to tackle. He knew going into this game that if they did not tackle well, because they don't have great matchup cornerbacks playing zone, if you let them catch a little hook and go 66 yards, you're dead on offense. 222 yards in the first half in offense, but putting it on the carpet 3 times, that's deadly against
Absolutely. And the other point to make about the safeties back there, they may not have the speed that you need to hang with the Gator receivers.
And that is a matchup that's coming more and more into football. It's already there in the pros, but colleges are catching on. Just because you got a guy double covered, if you see it's a safety, throw it at him. And that's what Grossman did a beautiful job of reading the coverages and going to the receiver he wanted to throw the ball. And he didn't lay it up. Boom, he hit him.
Now, Florida gets to handle the ball. Ratliff is back there with Shepard to start the second half. So it will be the Gators with the first possession of the second half. Duval with the ball on the tee at the 35-yard line. Underway here in the second half. Kickoff right at the goal line. Shepard comes right up the middle, spins free, and a penalty flag is thrown on the return. Shepard bringing it out to the 40-yard line. Let's take a look at those 3 touchdown passes for Rex Grossman here in the first half. He hit Caldwell to put him on the board, and then the 66-yarder that Gary referred to when they could not catch him. And finally it was Gaffney for the 3rd one, and that represents the 21 points for the Gators.
And the last one was against the safety, number 31, Pate, and that's the difference. When I was brought up throwing the ball, if you had a guy double covered, you were supposed to go away from him. Nowadays, they're telling quarterbacks that if you got a safety matchup, we see it with Randy Moss all the time in the NFL, go at him. They're playing safety because they're not good with the ball in the air.
So Grossman was 11 of 18 for 172 yards. He did have one interception to go with those 3 touchdown passes. Graham is back. He carried 5 times in the first half for 66 yards. And DeMarco McNeil makes the stop as we take a look at the possession chart.
Well, last time it was 5 for 5 for a touch. I mean, this time he went 3 for 4. He almost got benched. 3 for 4, 3 touchdown passes. That ain't good enough. Of course, they had the big sack when McNeil did not pick up that fumbled sack, and that could have been a big turnaround in the game also in the first half.
So Spurrier starts the second half with Hagebrook as his slot man. Caldwell and Gaffney are the 2 outside receivers. They're on second down. 5 seconds on the play clock, and now 3. And here is Graham to the 28-yard line. And again, close to another first down. So Ernest Graham, a sophomore from Fort Myers, outstanding baseball player, good friend of point guard Teddy Dupay. In fact, they're roommates. He got the start here today, and he has been a force.
Brent, the 2 tailbacks or running backs for Florida now combined have rushed for over 100 yards in this game. Now the sack has been taken off that rushing yardage as the team, but the 2 tailbacks running for over 100 yards so far in the game, that is good news for Florida and why everything's going. You look at this pass chart, nothing deep, and that's been the strategy. The zone forced them to throw underneath, but look what's happened. Grossman has done a good job of throwing the ball underneath, but remember that one in the middle right there where he hit 2 for 5, a short one that went 66 yards up the pipe. When you play a deep zone, you must tackle well after the catch.
Shannon Snell operates at guard instead of Thomas Moody. There's a late handoff, botched ball on the carpet. Auburn signaling that they have recovered the loose ball as Grossman, instead of just going down on it, continued to try and hand the ball off. And there is the second turnover of the game for Florida. He should have just wrapped it up.
He made 2 mistakes on the play. He gets tripped as he comes away as the guard or the center, somebody, the right guard steps on him, and then he tries to hand it off while he's going down. It was 3rd down and a turnover that if Auburn converts could get life back into this crowd and their football team.
So McNeil, number 92, who failed to wrap up his first opportunity, comes up with this one. Number 92 making the most of his second chance, and now Ben Laird and the Tigers will try to strike. Opening up with a tight formation. 2 tight ends. Pitch to Johnson on a stretch, and nothing doing is number 50. Marcus Okendo Johnson, the sophomore from Rockledge, makes the stop.
Well, although Auburn put up 222 yards, you can see it wasn't pretty. First play of the game, a little short pass, fumbled. It went bad from there, and only right at the end there after the interception, they were able to get 3 points. That is a bad chart of possession. When you look at halftime, you say, guys, we moved the ball, but we killed ourselves putting it on the carpet.
6 defensive backs on the field for this second down and 14. From the shotgun, Lear, Mitchell trips him up and sacks him at the 30-yard line.
You can see Lear can barely move right now. That hip is bothering me. He's not the most mobile to begin with. Looking at his pass chart around the field, nothing. Likes to throw more to his right, obviously, so far, but nothing really big in this game. The problem for this team, for Auburn, is no yards after the catch. They catch the ball, they don't make any big plays afterward.
So, given their field position, this has to be so disappointing for Auburn. They're moving in the wrong direction. 3rd down and 16 from the gun. With Flair to the big fullback, Evans. Evans breaks free again. Cannot stop him. And the battering ram makes a first down on his own. And the young man, Heath Evans, the junior from West Palm Beach, has become the story of this game for Auburn.
Absolutely, and remember, This is the guy that gave up so much for Rudy Johnson in this offense. He was supposed to be the star. The guy from Florida came to Auburn, a leading ball carrier a year ago. Ben Lear just gives up on this play. There's no way Florida should allow a fullback to rip off 22 yards on a flare pass on 3rd and long.
He sets up in front of Johnson here on 1st and goal. Johnson behind the block. And the Gators swarm all over Rudy.
Yeah, well, that time I think Keith Evans was a little too tired to find his block. John Hoke, defensive coordinator, has to be beside himself. Steve Spurrier said to Jackaroo, we just got to tackle better. And all of a sudden they come out and give up a 3rd and long on a swing pass.
And Alex down on the turf there at the 10-yard line. One of the players the Gators cannot afford to lose. You know, we're talking about number 44, Heath Evans, played down at King's Academy and out of West Palm Beach, and twice number 44 was an all-state selection down there. He rushed for better than 2,200 yards and 39 touchdowns as a senior. An ABC Sports presentation of college football brought to you by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper makes the world taste better. Chevy trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. Burger King, got the urge? And Sprint, PCS, the clear alternative to cellular. Alex Brown still down at the 10-yard line here.
See if we might be able to find out left side of the screen here. Looks like he gets bent backwards. Yes, right over. He's got his knee to the ground, and then the whole pile lands on top of him. And I'm not even going to guess, but usually that's when you flex your back or your knee on one of those things like that.
So we'll take a break and come back to the SEC Championship presented by Dr. Pepper. Timeout.
Big on taste, but low on cash? Try the new 99-cent BK Cravers menu from Burger King. 8 mouth-watering choices at an unbelievable price. Like the tasty chicken tender sandwich, delicious flame-broiled bullseye barbecue deluxe burger, or zesty jalapeno poppers. Just 99 cents every day at Burger King, where you can get great tasting food every day. Got the urge?
Welcome to Transmegala, 268th floor, Information Services Division.
Yes?
We're from Luftgart. We provide enterprise IT consulting.
T?
ERP, CRM, and ASP management.
Cake?
24/7 apps hosting.
I already have one company for every application my division needs.
How's that possible?
I have Quest.
Communications to change everything. Ride the light. Quest.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Tahoe. Now offering a 3rd row of seats that's light and easier to handle than anything else out there. It's nowhere near anything. The new Chevy Tahoe, like a rock.
1999 world champion Maria Butirskaya in her first event of the season. Plus, Skate America champion Timothy Gable, the Nations Cup, Sunday on ABC.
Now they're tending to Alex's right leg over there on the sideline. We certainly hope that is not serious. He seemed to be in some pain as he hobbled off. Meanwhile, number 35, Kennard Ellis, moves into the D-line for the Gators here. 2nd down and goal for Auburn. Evans empties the backfield. And Lear in trouble. Shakes one. Incomplete on the pass. Derek Chambers that time was also closing in, number 91.
Tried to throw a delayed pass this time. Everybody going long and a one-man route to the tight end. And this time, Florida jumped it, and Laird had nowhere to go with the ball until right at the end when he tried to dump it to Robinson.
You know, that was Derek Chambers who made such a big play, battling his way in with that swim move. Great use of his hands. Here's third down and goal. Low snap, inside handoff. Evans bounces free. Not this time. And you know, we saw that great move by Derek Chambers. And I asked him to demonstrate how he tried to dominate offensive linemen. And here's what he said.
What we try to do is get your hands up under the pads. And, you know, coaches always teach us that the lowest man always wins. So you want to come off and, you know, really shoot your hands up in those guys. And so the lowest man is going to win. So, and you want to be able to extend and control them.
Oh, he sure did that 2 snaps ago, didn't he? He was the lowest man coming through.
I think very smartly here, you can't go away with no points. Some points on the board, make it a 15-point game.
Duval's already kicked one. This is a 21-yarder for him. And he's made 2 field goal attempts. So slowly, Auburn's inching back. 21-6, timeout.
Introducing the all-new Silverado Heavy Duty. The most powerful heavy-duty pickup you can get. Silverado Heavy Duty. More truck from Chevy.
Yeah, it's called The Legend of Zelda, and there's this renegade moon that comes crashing into the earth. That was Grandma.
And you've got a video game to play, mister.
We're all counting on you, son.
Sorry, I've got to go save the world.
Drink Dr. Pepper and enter our sweepstakes for a chance to win the ultimate video game room. Instant win prizes include a Nintendo 64 game system, the new Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask game, and free Dr. Pepper.
The moon's not getting any further away, genius.
Play like there's no tomorrow.
They're the largest creatures on Earth. They've adapted and evolved with strength and determination. The kind of strength that helps the Pacific Life family of companies manage more than $300 billion for its clients. And determination that has guided Pacific Life for 130 years. Size, strength, longevity, offering annuities, insurance and investments. Use the power of Pacific Life.
Next Saturday, Tiger Woods and David Duval team up to represent the United States at the World Golf Championships, EMC World Cup, 2 Eastern and Pacific, right here on ABC. And right now, the Gators just a little bit uneasy. They've turned it over their last 2 possessions. Remember, Steve was upset. He was talking to Jack Root at the end of the first half. They'd thrown an interception. Now they fumbled. And on the series before that, in the second half, they punted. So they've been unsuccessful in their last 3 series. Shepard is back trying to give him a lift here. Duval. He dropped it right on the goal line last time. And this one on the 4-yard line, Ratliff. Surrounded, comes back on the middle to the 20-yard line.
Well, Steve has started to try to feature that running game, but I think if you got the type of receivers he has in the mismatch in the secondary, I think they got to go back to throwing those curl routes and those quick passing rhythm routes that Grossman is so good at.
Another thing has to go through his mind right now is you don't know how serious that injury is to Alex Brown over there receiving medical attention. You want to give the defense a break if you can. You'd love to have a few first downs. Obviously, a touchdown most important, but you'd like to dominate a little bit here. And Grossman coming out from the 20-yard line. He's going to do the Spurrier thing. Middle, got Gaffney, and Gaffney's got a first down at the 35-yard line. And let's check in on Alex Brown. Jack Root, what are you hearing?
Well, Brent, they're continuing to work on Alex Brown behind me. The doctor has told me that he has suffered a severe sprain of his right ankle. They have his tape off. They have the shoe off right now. They say we're going to evaluate it.